right, the day's come. Look at those miles. It's about to happen. The old Grand Prix still does not use any oil, really, and runs as good as most cars with, well, let's say 100,000 miles. Let's go with 100,000. It's not new. There it is! Woo! 05 Grand Prix, the old GM 3.8 liter, still rocking out. All right, public service announcement before we get started. We are not going to Daytona the first weekend of June because that event was just postponed. So that's not going to happen. It's moved till September, the Labor Day weekend, whatever weekend that is, the beginning of September. I don't know if I'm going to make it for that or not, but stay tuned. I'll let you know on Instagram here, whatever. But Daytona, not happening. Atlantic City Truck Meet, maybe we'll be there. I don't know yet. So that's one of the things that sucks. But we are going to work on a couple different things today, starting out with mainly our cab and everything here, because we are planning on painting the firewall and interior of the cab Thursday-ish, 2 days from now. So we need to get it all down, sanded, ready to go. We're going to have our paint guy come over and actually show us how to do it properly. He's still going to do the whole outside and everything that you see, but he's going to give us some tips and, you know, make sure that it doesn't turn out terrible. So that's nice of him for coming over. Well, we need to lower this down with our lift, which is currently holding it up on the backside, get it down on the ground, and then we're also maybe going to tackle some suspension stuff. We'll see. Actually, let me show you what we've done already, because we've done some stuff off camera. In here, we got the torsion bar released on this side. I haven't done that side yet. Here is our whole steering setup. Lance actually just this morning, he just pulled this off actually before I was here. Pedals still haven't come from the bike yet. And just bought all Kryptonite products. The only thing in the front end, I think when we're all said and done here that isn't going to be Kryptonite is the wheel bearings. So, because we already got Moogs, we probably would have gone with Kryptonites had we not already purchased the Moogs. But they'll be fine. So pretty much everything in the front end is going to be like the good stuff. So I know I spent a ton of money doing that this morning. That should be here later on, but we need to pull off all this suspension stuff and replace it with the new stuff that Rough Country sent out. Some of it isn't bent or anything wrong with it, but we figured why not have the brand new stuff just so everything looks new. All right, so we're going to drop that down later on. First things first, we're going to drop this down. So yeah, basically just got to sand the back of this and a little bit at the edge of the bed back here. We got the roll pan in the mail. Actually, we should go open that up. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna look good. The one on this side needs a little bit of, there's that side. I don't know, one of the sides here needs just a little bit of work. Been imperfect, but that's gonna look nice. All right, somewhere in that range. And with that, we got to start sanding here, which I'm not looking forward to. I know I've said it, I'm not a body guy. I don't do body work stuff very often, 'cause I hate it. But starting out with some 400 grit on our brand new sander from Harbor Freight for like, I don't know, like $14 with a coupon. All right, whatever technique I use here, it's the wrong one. I guarantee that. It was down in the metal in a hurry. Okay. I underestimated how quickly that would go down to the metal. Something is not working right here. We might have gotten a bad tool. Okay. We did not get that edge very good, did we, with the old Raptor liner? Oh well. right, I guess we're gonna call that sanded there. And I lied at the beginning of the video. The Central Pneumatic. Sorry, forgot which Harbor Freight brand since they have a million. That thing actually works all right. What I had to do was switch out to another compressor because this guy down there is the one we were using, and that's only like a 5 gallon, and it just can't keep up. And even the 25 gallon can't either. They're both pretty small, but 25 at least allows the tool to work. So we're gonna lay this cab down now. This thing needs to be looped, like ultimately, the G needs to be out here.
Yeah.
Okay. With the forks way up in the air, with this thing like dangling on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to go to like a low anchor point.
Yeah.
Which would be somewhere like probably one of these hinges. Like down here at the bottom edge.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah.
But it
Probably.
could be that, or it could be like one of these floor holes is fine, like the front one, if it goes in there.
Yeah, I guess
Does it fit in that? You can try that one first. Yeah, or that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best
Go with that to the other one.
Yeah.
What's the worst that could happen?
Cab fall and just like get damaged.
Or we get crushed under it, I guess.
Dude, don't say that one though.
What?
You're not supposed to say that in front of the wives.
Oh, we're gonna stay clear from getting crushed under, I can tell you that. I'll put this away. You gotta hoss that guy around until I can.
Yeah.
Alright, and then just take her up. You want me to pull on my side? Yep, I want you to keep the tension on it. Wait. Alright. Now we got a problem. Good. Okay, you got tension on it?
I think so.
Okay, as long as you still got tension. Alright, now right about here it's going to start to do its thing. Alright, now I think we can start letting the tension off. Go ahead and start letting the pressure off just slightly.
This is scary on my side of it, I can tell you that much.
Okay, is it still hooked well?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and keep leaving the pressure off a little bit.
Alright, now we're finally against the firewall with the strap here.
Okay, that's good. Still good there?
As of right now, yeah.
Yep, it's going to come off this tire here, I think, for a sec. Is it still looking okay on those boards?
Yep, we're still okay on
Okay. So, yep, keep letting a little more off.
Yep, okay.
It's so crooked, though.
I don't
know what's causing it, but it's fine.
I think it's just the straps being at two different places. Back on the ground.
Alright, now with this down, I've actually started to do a lot of the sanding here in the back section. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. We're using 400 grit. I don't know if I said that earlier. It burns through the paint a little quicker than what I think it's supposed to. We should have went with like 600, but nobody around had 600. So 400 is what it is. It's the inside of the cab, who cares? So I got a lot of detail work to do, obviously, in here around the edges and stuff that I'll have to do by hand with the scouring pad, whatever this thing is. I don't know, I lost it. But I think I'm about to call it quits here for the night, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I have no idea if I'm going to be working on this or something else tomorrow. Alright, well, sure enough, it is pouring down rain outside. This is the next day, and so we're going to hold off on the sanding, because nobody wants to do that in the rain, and start to pull apart the suspension on this guy. Probably not going to get it back together here today, but can at least get a good start on it. Like I said before, we did get all the steering components off, and the torsion bar on this side released. This jack is acting up, so it's stuck under there, so I'm going to have to jack up to get it out. It goes up just fine, just doesn't want to go down. And so the goal today is to not get crushed by this thing, because the jack stands I have aren't really like, they aren't made for something this high. So, you know, just try not to die, that's all. So for starters, I'm gonna start working on this side right here. I guess I don't need to pull off the upper control arm, but all the lower stuff, torsion bar, all those things, wheels gotta come off first. Don't forget, select top line rates, or if you check out at anthem.com. So I'm sure these knuckles are fine, but I'm going to put the new ones on just because we got them and they look brand new. So. Wow, somebody put these on. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. One for a longer handle. Wow. It is still not breaking loose. Alright. Oh, this is a 6 point. Okay, that's good. I was thinking that was a 12 point. Well, if it's a 6 point, we're going for it now. She broke. But that is one of the tightest bolts I've ever seen. They put these on like it was a tractor trailer. See the bottom? Yep, bottom's tight too. Woo. Brakes actually aren't too bad. Pretty new. So somebody recently put these on. Wow. Well, whoever put these on, you put them on too tight. Not too bad either. Pretty good rotors. I'm even using an impact socket this time. Not that that matters, apparently. Alright, that's what I want to see in a wheel bearing right there. Now, it could be in two parts. That's always possible, but still a lot better than being completely seized in there. Woo! That's not good for your brake line. Yeah, that wasn't tight. Well, this thing should fall down. Should probably smash everything. There we go. It's exciting. Yeah, I think we're good to remove the control arm. One of the ones we might not be able to do till we do the other side is probably these guys, because they're going to want to, I think it's going to want to flex the whole thing if we do that ahead of time. Okay. So for everything I've heard, you're not supposed to use an impact on torsion keys. That's mostly for adjustment, I think, but the other one is you're not supposed to just use a regular C-clamp. This is just a regular C-clamp, and I already bent it on the other side.
So you can just go ahead and ignore everything that's about to happen in this particular part of the episode. I did cut off the top of this because there's a little nub inside there that this sits in. So it works, kind of. It sort of works. Yeah, you can see that C-clamp has a little flex to her. So we're going to get that out of there as quick as we can. Whew. Yeah, I'd say that guy's about done. But now our torsion bar is loose, so we can pull that wheel off. All right, so you saw how everything came apart on the other side. I don't think there's any reason for me to show you that again. So let's just fast forward here until this is all taken off. As you can see, we got everything off there. Now it is just time to start pulling these subframe cross members. And I'm not going to get under this thing because, like I said, our jack situation, well, it's a little sketchy at best. All right. All right, felt like that should drop now. So, there is our front subframe. It's pretty much everything we have to take off, with the exception of just the torsion bar drop brackets, but I'm going to do those a little later on. I think I said it before, I don't think there's either of these are actually bent at all. This mounting point for the diff may be just a tick, but considering everything it went through, that's no surprise. So I don't think any of this stuff's broken or bent. We're just moving it because we have the new stuff in all these boxes here. And so, yeah, there you go. New guy right there. So why not use the brand new stuff? Everything will look 100% good to go. We might get this stuff powder coated or something down the road. We're not going to do it for right now. Probably I'll just paint up these lower control arms. Other than that, pretty much keeping everything as is. But it's going to look real good underneath there. I would like to paint this brake caliper. I think is older. It'd be nice to get that painted, because this one over here actually is like, this one's newer. Somebody replaced it. So would be nice to have those painted up too, like a body color, but I will probably just touch them up with some flat black like the frame. So yeah, that's I think what we're gonna get done for today. It is still pouring down rain, otherwise I'd go out and sand a little bit more. And I think tomorrow, I don't know when the video will be up, but I think tomorrow we are gonna sand down the rest of the outside, like front firewall, back of the cab, and the inside of it, finish up and paint up those areas. We're not going to do the outside right now, but at least then the firewall's done so we can put it on the cab. And with that, I think I'm just going to end the video here, and I will see y'all later. But remember, Daytona, not happening. Atlantic City, I know I said maybe in the beginning of the video, but I think now that we will pretty much be at Atlantic City for the truck meet there. I don't know about Daytona for September, but we'll see. I'll keep you posted. Just follow me on Instagram, Topline Racer, same deal there. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.